You know what we're not going to take into 2026? A poor mindset. We're going to leave that behind because truly it's not about how much you make. And while in some instances it is about how much you save, the reality is that it's your mindset around all of it because that's going to determine your actions. The mindset you have around money you make, the mindset you have around money you spend is going to determine where your money goes or doesn't go. So in this video, I'm going to provide you 5 ways we can elevate our mindset and get out of that poor mindset. So let's get into it. Number 1, we need to understand frugality. Frugality over your money and frugality over your time. Now, frugality is not to be confused with being cheap. Being cheap is actually what keeps you more in the poor mindset, right? Because poor mindset says, I need to get this for as cheap as possible. I need to get this done as quickly as possible, maybe. Okay? But being frugal says, how can I best utilize my money? How can I best utilize my time? Sometimes being frugal is actually spending a little more on something, but understanding how far that's going to take you. It's being able to look outside of just this moment. And that's where poor mindset clicks in because you're in survival mode, right? You're only thinking about today and tomorrow. But when you're being a little more frugal, you're seeing down the line. You're seeing 5 years. Saying, how can the money I spend right now help me 5 years from now? How can the time I'm saving right now help me 5 years from now? So that is the difference between being cheap and being frugal. Now allow me to provide some examples, okay? Let's say you're shopping for a computer, okay? A computer is something that you need every day. Maybe whatever job you have, maybe it's school, you signed up for college or whatever. This is a 4 to 10 year commitment. So when you're looking for a computer, you want something, being frugal, you want something that's going to last you 5 to 10 years, right? So that might be something that might cause you to need to spend $2,000, right? But if you're being cheap, you're like, okay, I need this computer to just for the year, at least the year. So you go buy the $200, $300 computer, okay? And that's fine, but then because it's a lower quality computer, it's going to break or crash. Not always the case. I'm just saying, but there's the potential that it's not going to last you more than a year or two. So then in 2 years, you're buying another computer, another $300, and then you're buying another one. So you've bought 4 or 5 computers in the duration of this that ended up being more than had you just purchased a high quality one in that one moment, right? So you can apply that to anything, home furniture, your clothes, things that you're using all the time. Think ahead. Think, how can I spend my money wisely now to save me money in the long run? Because that's what you're doing when you're being frugal. You're actually saving yourself money in the long run. And you're saving yourself time. Because when the computer goes out, when the chair on the table breaks, when the light goes out, because all these things that you went cheap on, now you have to put more time, more resources, more energy into replacing them, into going shopping again, into looking online, into hiring these people. It's more of your time that you could spend doing something else. Now, some things that require a lot of your time, you have to think about this in dollars, right? You're like, okay, if I choose to do this for 2, 3, 4 hours, that's, 4 hours times however much you're worth an hour, right? That's money you could be making. So sometimes it's good to hire someone else to do something for you, or allocate or delegate your time so that you can focus on more important things. That's also being frugal with your time. Instead of just saying being cheap, I can just do it myself. I'm gonna save $1 and do it myself. Are you saving $1 though? Again, if your time is worth $100 and you're doing a $10 task, like, what are we doing here? You could be using your time and resources to, again, help yourself out in the future and just spend a little to help you. Whether that's hiring a coach to teach you something versus taking the longer route and teaching yourself. All these things and skills. So, moral of this story is learn the difference between it, because frugality is going to build wealth and being cheap is going to keep you in poverty. Number 2, stop keeping up with the Joneses. It is not the 1940s anymore. Okay, and I say this because maybe it was after the Great Depression, or sometime where everyone, it was almost like there was just one working class, right? Like as time has gone on, we split into lower, middle, upper working class. But at one point, after some crazy event, it was just one working class, right? So it didn't really matter how much money you made. You had the same stuff as your neighbor, like the same size house, the same car. I was doing the same activities. Like everything was the same. You didn't really feel this divide, right? The problem is people got conditioned into that. I can have the same stuff as my neighbor. We live on the same street. We should be able to afford the same thing. If they got a new car, I should be able to get a new car. But then as time started to progress and these classes started to become more separate, your neighbor is actually making twice as much as you're making, or you're making twice as much as your neighbor. So when they go out and get a new car, it's not impacted in the way that it's impacting you. But the mindset says, if they can afford it, I can afford it, even though you can't. Even though you can't. So we have to stop keeping up with the Joneses. Okay, stay within what you can afford. Worry about what your neighbor can afford. Worry about what you can afford. Number 3, stop taking money away from your future self. We love to use credit cards. Oh my God, do we love them. Love it because we tell ourselves, well, I get paid in 2 weeks. I could just pay it off. I mean, you haven't even made the money yet and you're already spending it. Why are we spending money we haven't even earned yet? Buy it in 2 weeks when you have the money. And I already know, you're about to tell me, but KT, it's on sale. I can't miss it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. There is always something on sale. I promise you. Always something on sale. That sale is going to come back around. And you'll be ready for it. But you don't need to buy right now. You think about this, it's kind of a feedback loop, right? Because one, if you have the money, right? If you truly have the money and you saw the item you wanted to buy, would a sale even matter to you? Just think about a couple things you have purchased in your life. You know, you had it in your mind, I want this thing. I want a new memory card for my camera. I want a new phone charger for my phone. You know, whatever. You just go and buy it. You don't say, well, let me wait until the sale. You know, you just buy it, right? Companies don't put things on sale for their regular consumers. They put things on sale for people that shouldn't be buying it so that they will buy it. And that's how we stay in poverty. Mind you, I'm only applying this to stuff that you really weren't even thinking about. This isn't applying to stuff that you did want. Let's say like you did want a new camera, okay? You did the research, you checked the price, you're like, I want a camera. I'm not ready to buy it right now, but I want one. And then the camera goes on sale 2 or 3 months down the line. You're like, okay, it's on sale now. It's cheaper than I was wanting to pay for. This is a good time to buy it. That's different. That's different. But when you're getting ads, emails, that you signed up for whatever, now they have your email and they're just flooding you with all these coupons and sales, and you're scrolling one day, you're like, oh my God, this thing's on sale, I should buy it. You wasn't even thinking about that thing. It doesn't matter that it was on sale, you weren't thinking about it. So it's $100 that you did not have to spend. That's $30 that you did not have to spend. It was nowhere in your vicinity, nowhere in your mind. You didn't even want it. You only want it because it was a good sale. That's what I'm talking about. And another disclaimer I would make is everything I'm talking about here is wants, okay? I'm not talking about your basic needs. If your basic needs aren't getting met and you need to use your credit cards for groceries and gas and like your survival, that's different, okay? That's a separate conversation. That's outside of here. I'm strictly talking about wants and stuff that you really don't need. You're just wanting to spend it because you have credit and there was a good sale. Number 4, consumerism. Okay, I'm gonna look you in your eyes when I tell you this. Okay, you are worth more than you own. In case no one has ever made that clear to you, in case no one has made you feel that way, the stuff you own, the materialistic thing, does not increase your value. You are whole and valuable without that stuff. But the problem is, a lot of us were never told that. We don't have that belief, and so we chase acceptance and respect through materialism. Well, if I got this $300 pair of jeans, people gotta respect me. If I got the latest car model, people gotta respect me. That means I got money. No, it doesn't. Okay, and honestly, when people are looking at those things, and think about yourself. Okay, let's say you did see someone in the nice sports car and that nice BMW. You like, dang, that's a nice car. Yeah, that's a nice car. You don't give a dang who's driving that car. Not once did you look in the driver's seat, be like, dang, who's driving that car? Man, that person must be this. Oh, that's an amazing person. No, You don't do that. You look at that car, you think that's an amazing car, and then you start picturing yourself in that car and thinking, if I had that car, people would be looking at me, not realizing that you're not even looking at the person that owns that car. You're looking at the car. So when you have all these materialistic things, that's what people are looking at. They don't care about you. They're like, that's a nice pair of jeans, that's a nice pair of shoes, that's a nice hat. Doesn't matter who's wearing it. Doesn't matter who's driving it. Doesn't matter who owns it. The item is nice, not you. I'm not saying that you're not nice. I'm just saying that that's not the way to get approval or love or acceptance or respect from people, because they're not looking at you because you have these things. And so when you're continuing to spend money on these things to get people to admire you, it's for nothing, because they're not admiring you anyway. They're just admiring the stuff that you have. And that's how we stay in poverty. Now I'll take this a step further. That also goes to you giving your last to someone when your needs aren't even taken care of. So just like the person who's buying all the materialistic things so they can earn love, respect, and care from people, you also giving all your money away and giving the shirt off your back to get someone's love, care, and support or respect, it's not going to happen. It just doesn't work. And poverty is not worth popularity. Ooh. Write that down somewhere. Okay, fifth and final thing I'm going to say on this topic is less complaining and more doing. Because yes, the system absolutely sucks. Yes, your parents failed you because they didn't teach you financial literacy and they didn't instill these high values in you. They didn't teach you anything about the real world. Yes, your job doesn't pay you enough, but what are you going to do about it? When are you going to say that's enough? When are you going to seek out a different job that will pay you more? When will you invest in some skills or take a course to up, your resume or up your skills so that you can earn more money? When are you going to go back to school, further your education? When are you going to go to the library, which is a free service, and pick up a free finance book and teach yourself financial literacy? When are you going to hop on YouTube and watch educational videos or watch someone doing something or learn about a topic to educate yourself and free yourself from the box you've been put in? It's time you start doing something for yourself. Because as the old quote goes, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So when you first try to take control of your own life, help will come. And there will be someone, and like I said, in the form of a YouTube video, a book, or a physical person that can help guide you the rest of the way. But you have to be ready. And you have to want to do something about it. The odds have been stacked up against a lot of people. A lot of people we come from, odds were stacked up against them. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's not the easiest path. Is it fair? Do other people have it easier? Yes. Yes. Just like I'm doing in this video, once you know better, you do better, and then you share to help others and uplift others. The person that you didn't have for yourself, be that person for yourself, and then be that person for someone else. Another thing, and here's a bonus, I'll say number 6, another thing that comes with poverty mindset is being out for yourself and only the best interest of yourself. You're only thinking about you. It's time we grow out of that as well. Let me know which of these 5 tips resonated with you the most, really struck a nerve there in your core. A poor financial mindset often comes with a poor health mindset as well. And that's another thing I aim to change. So also, if you visit my website, link is on the channel in the description box, you will find a 30-day free program that goes over how to take care of your body, how to fuel yourself with proper nutrition. It's a nice 30-day course. We can learn some things that we can get. We're taking control of our finances, but we got to take control of our health too. So that's my gift to you. Go check that out. Sign up for that course. It'll be a great way to continue to get your 2026 started in terms of your finance and your health together. There's only limited spots for this free course, so make sure you hop in there as soon as you can. That's all I got for you though. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please give me that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. The knowledge we gain is powerful, but it's the knowledge we share that makes a difference. So please share this with someone who could use this kind of tough love conversation today. With that, I'll catch you in my next video. As always, don't forget to Crush it.